Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we have an exciting topic to discuss that plays a vital role in advancing medical science: clinical trials. In this video, we'll dive into the fascinating world of clinical trials and explore how they contribute to improving healthcare. So, let's get started. What are clinical trials? To begin, let's define clinical trials. Clinical trials are carefully designed research studies conducted on human participants to evaluate the safety and efficacy of new medical treatments, drugs, or interventions. These trials follow strict protocols and guidelines to ensure accurate data collection and maintain ethical standards. Why clinical trials required? Clinical trials are crucial for several reasons, as they play a vital role in advancing medical knowledge and improving patient care. Here are some key reasons why clinical trials are required. Safety and efficacy evaluation. Clinical trials are conducted to assess the safety and efficacy of new medical treatments, drugs, therapies, or interventions. Before a treatment can be approved and made available to the public, it must undergo rigorous testing to ensure it is safe and effective in treating the targeted disease or condition. Regulatory approval. Clinical trials provide the necessary data and evidence required for regulatory agencies, such as the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, FDA, or National Regulatory Authority, NRA, to evaluate and approve new treatments. These regulatory bodies review the results of clinical trials to determine whether the benefits of a treatment outweigh its potential risks. Development of new treatments. Clinical trials are essential for the development of new treatments and medical interventions. They allow researchers to explore innovative approaches to disease management and identify potential breakthroughs that can lead to improved patient outcomes. Understanding disease mechanisms. Clinical trials contribute to scientific knowledge by helping researchers better understand the underlying mechanisms of diseases and conditions. By studying the effects of treatments on patients, researchers can gain insights into disease progression, identify biomarkers, and develop more targeted and personalized approaches to treatment. Comparative effectiveness. Clinical trials often involve comparing new treatments to existing standard therapies or placebos. These comparisons help determine whether the new treatment offers improved outcomes, fewer side effects, or other advantages over current options. Comparative effectiveness research is crucial in guiding healthcare providers and patients in making informed decisions about the most effective treatment options. Patient access and equity. Clinical trials provide an opportunity for patients to access potentially life-saving treatments that are not yet widely available. Participation in clinical trials allows individuals to receive cutting-edge therapies that may be more effective than existing options. Moreover, clinical trials aim to include diverse populations, promoting equity in healthcare and ensuring that treatments are effective for all patients, regardless of their backgrounds or demographics. Continuous improvement of healthcare. Through clinical trials, researchers can identify areas of improvement in current treatments and interventions. By collecting and analyzing data, researchers can refine protocols, adjust dosages, or modify treatment approaches to optimize patient outcomes and enhance the overall quality of healthcare. Phases of clinical trials. Clinical trials are conducted in several distinct phases, each serving a specific purpose in the research and development of new medical treatments. Let's delve into the four main phases of clinical trials. Phase 1. In this initial phase, a small group of healthy volunteers, usually fewer than 100, participates. The main goal is to assess the safety and dosage of the treatment. Researchers determine the appropriate dose range and observe how the treatment is metabolized by the body. Phase 2. If the treatment shows promising results in Phase 1, it progresses to Phase 2. This phase involves a larger group of participants, typically a few hundred. The focus shifts to evaluating the treatment's effectiveness and further assessing its safety. Researchers also gather more data on dosage and potential side effects. Phase 3. If the treatment proves beneficial in Phase 2, it advances to Phase 3, which involves a larger and more diverse group of participants, often numbering in the thousands. This phase aims to confirm the treatment's effectiveness, monitor side effects, and compare it to existing standard treatments or placebos to gather additional evidence of safety. The outcomes of Phase 3 trials heavily influence regulatory decisions regarding drug approval. Phase 4. After the treatment receives regulatory approval, it enters Phase 4, also known as post-marketing surveillance. During this phase, the treatment is monitored in real-world settings to gather more information about its long-term safety and effectiveness. This phase helps identify rare or late-emerging side effects and provides additional insights into its usage. It's important to note that not all treatments progress through all the phases. If a treatment fails to demonstrate safety or effectiveness in any phase, the trial may be stopped or the treatment may be re-evaluated before proceeding to the next phase. The overall goal of these phases is to ensure that new treatments are thoroughly tested and proven beneficial before they are made widely available to the public. What is the overall process of clinical trial? The process of a clinical trial involves several steps to evaluate the safety and effectiveness of new medical treatments, therapies, or interventions. Here is an explanation of the clinical trial process. Research idea and preclinical testing. The process begins with researchers and scientists developing a research idea or hypothesis for a new treatment, drug, or medical intervention. They conduct extensive preclinical testing, often using laboratory models, cells, or animals, to gather preliminary data on the treatment's safety and potential effectiveness. Protocol development. Once the preclinical testing shows promising results, researchers develop a detailed plan known as a protocol. The protocol outlines the study objectives, methodology, eligibility criteria for participants, treatment plan, data collection methods, and statistical analysis procedures. Regulatory approval and institutional review board, IRB, review. Before a clinical trial can begin, researchers must seek regulatory approval from the relevant regulatory agencies, such as the FDA in the United States or National Regulatory Authority, NRA, of the country. Additionally, they submit the protocol to an independent ethics committee or institutional review board, IRB, for review. The IRB ensures that the trial follows ethical guidelines, protects participants' rights, and minimizes potential risks. Participant recruitment. After obtaining regulatory and ethical approval, researchers start recruiting participants for the clinical trial. They may collaborate with medical professionals, hospitals, clinics, patient advocacy groups, or use various recruitment strategies to identify eligible individuals who meet the specific criteria outlined in the protocol. Informed consent is obtained from each participant, providing them with comprehensive information about the trial, including potential risks and benefits. Baseline assessments and randomization. Before participants begin receiving the treatment, they undergo baseline assessments, which may include physical examinations, medical history reviews, laboratory tests, and imaging studies. In some trials, participants are randomly assigned to different groups, such as the experimental group or control group, using a process known as randomization. Randomization helps ensure unbiased distribution of participants across groups. Treatment administration and follow-up. Participants assigned to the experimental group start receiving the investigational treatment, while those in the control group may receive a placebo or a standard treatment for comparison purposes. Throughout the trial, participants are closely monitored, and their health and treatment responses are regularly assessed. Follow-up visits, tests, and observations are conducted according to the trial's protocol to gather data on treatment effectiveness, safety, and potential side effects. Data collection and analysis. During the trial, researchers collect and analyze data meticulously. This involves capturing various measurements, questionnaires, laboratory results, and other relevant information according to the study's predefined parameters. The data is carefully analyzed using statistical methods to evaluate the treatment's outcomes, assess its safety profile, and determine statistical significance. Interim analysis and reporting. In some cases, especially for longer trials or those with larger sample sizes, interim analyses may be conducted to review the accumulating data. Interim analyses help assess the trial's progress, make necessary adjustments, and ensure participant safety. Once the trial is completed, researchers prepare a comprehensive report that includes the study findings, statistical analysis, and conclusions. Publication and regulatory review. The final step involves publication of the trial results in scientific journals, where they undergo peer review by experts in the field. Positive trial outcomes may lead to regulatory submissions for drug approval, while negative results contribute to scientific knowledge and guide future research directions. The clinical trial process involves rigorous scientific methodology, ethical considerations, and regulatory oversight to generate reliable evidence on the safety and efficacy of new medical treatments. Clinical trial process plays a vital role in advancing medical knowledge, improving patient care, and shaping healthcare practices. Conclusion. Clinical trials are the backbone of medical progress. The dedication and collaboration of researchers, healthcare professionals, and participants are instrumental in advancing healthcare and improving lives. That's all for today's video. If you found this information valuable, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.